In recent years, community concerns about traffic on residential streets have increased. While enforcement is the traditional means of addressing speeding problems, this solution might not be practical for all communities. To address traffic problems in neighborhoods, the Virginia DOT offers 5 residential traffic management tools. The first 2 tools are statewide policies that have addressed the problem of cut-through traffic and through truck traffic since the late 1980s. The third and fourth tools are Watch for Children signs and $200 fines for speeding in residential areas. These options were added in the late 1990s. In 1997, VDOT developed a 5th tool, the Residential Traffic Calming Guide, to deal specifically with speeding on local streets. Let's look at traffic calming in more detail. The guidelines were tested in 6 counties in a 2-year pilot program. They were approved for statewide use in 2001 and updated in 2002. To be eligible for traffic calming consideration, 3 requirements must be met. The posted speed limit is not over 25 miles per hour, the roadway is a 2-lane residential street, and a study documents a speeding problem. These guidelines are for existing local residential streets. They are not designed for arterial routes that provide a high-speed, high-volume road for travel between 2 points. Traffic calming can include physical and non-physical measures to reduce speeding on streets. There are 7 physical measures. A speed hump is an elongated hump in the road. The hump is effective in slowing traffic, but also slows emergency vehicles. Chokers are built at the curbside to reduce the width of the travel lane. The narrowing of the road reduces speed and provides parking protection. However, chokers can cause drainage problems depending on the location. Raised crosswalks can be used where pedestrian safety is a concern. Raised crosswalks can reduce speeds and may also slow emergency vehicles. A traffic circle is an elevated area in the middle of an intersection. It slows speeders by moving vehicles in a circular, counterclockwise traffic pattern. Approaching vehicles yield to traffic in the circle, reducing left turn accidents and speeding. However, the circles slow emergency vehicles and may reduce the number of available parking spaces on the street. A raised median island reduces speed by narrowing the lane. The islands can cause drainage problems. A crosswalk refuge gives pedestrians a safe haven when crossing the street. It reduces speed by narrowing the lane and consists of a raised median in the middle of the road with a cut for the crosswalk. Chicanes are built at curbside on divided roads to create a 45-degree bend in a formerly straight street. The bend forces drivers to negotiate the street in snake-like fashion. Chicanes reduce speeds, provide parking protection, and shorten pedestrian crossing distances. Less costly options can include pavement markings to create the perception of a narrowed street. The cost of a traffic calming measure ranges from a few $100s to several $1,000s. The local jurisdiction and VDOT can share the funding for traffic calming measures. In any traffic calming decision, community awareness and education are important first steps to reach a consensus in the neighborhood. Prior to making traffic calming a reality in the neighborhood, 2 things must happen. First, a resolution in support of the measure must be passed by the local jurisdiction. Second, a petition in support of the measure must be signed by 75% of the neighborhood. The county, VDOT, and the community then work together to determine the appropriate traffic calming measure that best suits the neighborhood's unique needs. Before traffic calming measures can be implemented, a public meeting should be held to ensure that the community has reached a consensus. The goal of VDOT's residential traffic calming program is to provide communities with options to improve safety and reduce speeding.